Hello and welcome to Geek Addicts, the pop culture podcast where our memory is jogged by playing the piano. My name is Matt. With me, he's lost his memory, Bill Barber. How's it going, Bill?
It's taking me a minute there. I was like, where is this? I was like, oh, right.
Yeah, well, no main topic, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just reference the episodes.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a week. So we're in Labor Day weekend. And whenever we're going into a long weekend, it's like feels like 3 times longer than it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Getting there. And then next week is going to be a short week, and that's going to feel like 3 times longer. So
Yeah,
fun stuff
it's
there.
just how it goes.
Yeah.
So how's things going with you, Bill?
Oh, it's going. Um, it's September already. School started, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a little less hectic around here now, but yeah, I'm just tired. A lot of
Yeah,
work.
Frankie started doing her just started doing full days at school.
Nice.
So she seems like she's enjoying it. I mean, she loves school in general, so I didn't think it was going to be a problem. Although the first day, well, she's only had one day so far, but her first day, apparently there was a mix-up with like the transportation company or whatever, and the bus driver never showed up to bring her home. So like we're sitting around like, all right, school ends at 2:30. It's like quarter past three now. Like we literally live like a mile away from the school. Like this doesn't make any. Even if she's the end of the route, it doesn't make any sense. Um,
Ugh.
yeah, it ended up being like a whole debacle. Like they're not technically supposed to do this, but they called and asked if it was all right if one of the teachers could bring her home, and then she said like 15 years of working here, it's nothing like this has ever happened before. Like it figures it's her first day, like of a first long day of school. But she was a good sport about it. She was totally fine, very patient. So
Yeah. See that it's fun when they first go to school because like they're still young and they don't understand the world yet. So it's like it's fun, and then you get to like middle school and then everything goes to shit.
hmm. Well, I mean, there are some kids who love school all the way through, and there's some kids like Xander who have hated it since the first day.
Oh, he's like me.
Hmm.
Right. Oh,
And like I've never met a kid aside from Xander who will bitch about school when he's got like less than a week left of school. Like, bro, it's like about to be summer. Like, what are you complaining about? Like,
see, ironically, I think I bitch more about school now that I'm not in it because I'm always like, I look back, I'm like, that was fucked up. Like,
fuck
I think
school.
I think about things. I'm like, no wonder education sucks. This place, like I could go on for a while, so I'm not going to start. But yeah, I have a
Geez.
very love hate relationship with school. More hate than love. That's all I'll say.
So the past couple days I've been working on Cindy, getting her through it for the first time, but a rewatch for me of Chainsaw Man because I want to make sure we're both up to date when the movie comes out because I definitely want to go see it.
Hmm. Yeah, that is coming up fast. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, it's not this end of October, right?
Around there, yeah. I'll
Yeah,
have to look real quick. I got to look at tickets for that.
I'm pretty excited for that.
I'm
Movie
hoping
keeps
the
on.
hype is still there when we get there because it's been a while. I was still
Mm-hmm.
living in Alex's house when that first came out.
Yeah, I watched it late. Like I watched it like I don't know if it was quite a year that it had been out, but it had been at least a half a year for sure.
The
And
um
it's even since I watched it, it's been a while.
the trailer came out. We were still working at Richards. I remember that original trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So that shows how long that was back.
Yeah, it's been a bit. Um, so I hope the movie does well enough that they don't like just say fuck it and not make more
I
because
hope so
they
too.
they at least need to close out part one, like at the very least.
Yeah, and the movie isn't going to even do that because like there's still
No,
like
that's only going to cover like a volume and a half.
well, it's funny because some of the current ongoings we'll get into a little bit later because I don't want to push Darker Than Black too far back.
Hmm.
Some of the current ongoings we're watching now, I'm like looking at the episode counts. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna finish this. Like, especially like one in particular. I'm like, there's got to be a third season for some of these.
Hmm.
Um,
But yeah, because even like fuck, I'll have to try to thought. That was I thinking of. Oh, Demon Slayer. Like
yeah,
it's like, oh, we're gonna do like that whole last thing. It's just like a series of movies. Like I don't know. Like I haven't read the manga. I honestly have no interest in it. It just feels too early. It feels like they're rushing, like they're trying to bums rush to the end, and it doesn't. So
from
many things are left just kind of on the table.
from what I've heard, Demon Slayer is a weird one because like from what I've heard, like from just like general people and not like diehards, the series itself is kind of boring. It's the animation that really carries that show.
Hmm. Well, I mean
The
the
manga,
character. I mean the characters can be fun. You know, like there's fun moments. Like, um, I mean they killed the best character in the show almost immediately after introducing him, which kind of sucked. But that just kind of happens, I guess.
yeah, I've just heard from so many casual like people who aren't because I feel like that's a series that appeals to a very specific like anime manga fan. Um,
Yeah.
and a lot of like the people who kind of look in because it's big right now. I know like people who have read the manga, they general consensus if it's not their thing is like it's kind of boring. And then the um the anime is mostly a spectacle because the animation that show gets carried by its animation a lot from the
Yeah,
arts.
and honestly, like, yeah, it's good, but like, it's not anything better than you'd see in, say, Jujutsu Kaisen.
To be fair though, when it came out, it was pretty ahead of its time.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like
Things
I
have
don't even
caught
know if
up
it's
since
I
then.
don't know if it's the same animation studio, but like, there's a lot of like art style choices between the two that I think are very similar. Just
Hmm.
Jujutsu Kaisen has a more fun story to me.
Yeah, fun's questionable, but
I mean, I'd rather dark than boring.
it has an entertaining story. I'm not sure all of that is fun.
But
Um,
hey, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you can do with a show like Demon Slayer when your main villain is just Michael Jackson.
I haven't seen enough, so I'm not sure if I get this joke or not. Um,
It's been meme to hell. I'm sure if you looked up the main character literally looks like fucking or the main villain looks like Michael Jackson in the Thriller video.
ah, trying to figure out what studio did Demon Slayer. It's not helpful. Wikipedia is not helping me right now. That's great. Production studio I've never heard of. Okay, good.
Oh, okay, that's
that
interesting.
so that answers why. But anyways, yeah,
It's
Demon
weird because
Slayer.
there's a lot of animation studios out there that like we may not be able to just like list them off the top of our heads, but if we hear it, like, oh yeah, I know them. They did this show, you know.
Yeah, this is when I'm like, nope. So,
Hmm.
um, like it's like something with a U, but either way, Demon Slayer is one that I'm like always like I look at it, I just go that doesn't appeal to me in the slightest, so I've just kind of moved on.
I mean,
Like,
I watched it just because it was like the phenomenon it became, and it was one of those things like I was kind of determined to like watch a lot of like the modern stuff this year,
yeah,
and I definitely like My Hero more for sure.
that's the thing. Like, I have not had people down my back being like, you have to watch Demon Slayer. Like most people are kind of like, eh. It wasn't like Attack on Titan where people are like you have to watch this or My Hero where there was a good amount of people saying like recommending it or JoJo's or a number of other shows. This one I've gotten like I've looked at it and I've never had anyone be like, yeah, that's required.
I mean, I've met diehards for Demon Slayer. It's
Oh, I'm
just
sure
I
they're
just
there.
personally don't get it.
Yeah, it's I'm sure it's a fine series. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Fair, especially when you like all the like whenever somebody's doing like the crazy sword moves or whatever. and like it's like all like fire and water and all this other shit.
See,
And the creator's like, yeah, they're not actually shooting fire or any of that. I just do that to make it look cool. But they're not
yeah.
actually doing that. They're actually just swinging swords.
See, I'm not really into that because I prefer like when it comes to sword based anime. I mean, obviously I grew up on Inuyasha, so
Inuyasha,
that's right there. I mean, even Kenshin, like
Kenshin. Well,
Kenshin,
Kenshin at least like whenever like obviously they kind of ramp it up to 11, but like whenever there's something like that, like Shishio's fire sword, like there is an explanation to that. It's not magic. It's not anything. It's just, oh, my sword is serrated, and when I cut people, their body fat gets lodged in the serrated blade, and then I spark it, and it makes fire. It's like, yeah, obviously in real life, like the concept makes sense, but in real life, like it wouldn't just
see
straight burn for like 30 minutes.
see. I'll give Kenshin a little bit of a pass in that regard, mostly because that's a one off character, and for the most part, um, well, I one off uh an arc character, I should say. Um, Most of the other swordplay is fairly realistic in that show. Like that's like the one that's really wacky.
Yeah.
But I can give that a
There's
pass.
a few other ones in that show, like the punchy monk, who's just like, oh well, if I hit it just so, it'll count as 2 hits and somehow disintegrate the things that I punch. Like
Yeah, it's all
it's
like
like I get
stuff
what
like
you
that.
it's like I get what you're saying, man, but no.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Like Kenshin get keeps getting brought up a lot. Like recently, like I've noticed a lot of people are only now discovering the controversy, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I got asked by a friend of the show, Rick. He was like, he's like, you guys talk about this a lot. You guys were aware of this, right? I'm like, yeah, we mention it and we kind of try to.
We try to skirt around that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, the author's a piece of shit, but like it's still a good story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
really it's a hard thing to get into,
I mean,
unfortunately.
it's one of those things where like, I mean, obviously it's not an exact comparison, but I mean, all the fucking, all the controversy and speculation and rumors and shit around like Michael Jackson, bring him up
True,
again. But
true, but the
his
people will
music's still on
still,
the radio. People are
yeah,
still diehard Michael Jackson fans. They made a fucking movie about him right after he died. Like,
yeah,
the art is art. It is what
yeah.
it is.
I mean, I don't like to rely too hard on separate art from the artist, but like there are cases where I will justify it.
Hmm.
The only difference I'd say is Michael Jackson is all alleged. Um, we'll
Well,
never,
that's why I say it's not an exact
yeah,
comparison because it was never like fully like this is proof. It wasn't
yeah.
like uh, uh, fucking what's his name? The
The Kenshin author, you read the actual like report and you just go, huh? Like you're like, what?
oh
Um,
no,
and then you read like they let him go, like they just let him off.
Japan.
I know it's yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
I don't like to get super deep in that. It's one of those things where I'm like, Kenshin kind of gets grandfathered because it's older, but I still
yeah.
weird.
I totally understand.
That's why I
Totally
bought all my
understand.
copies secondhand because I'm not giving him any money.
Agreed.
Uh, but
Um,
moving on from that, I just wanted to. It was mentioned recently, so I wanted to just bring it up slightly.
but yeah. So I haven't watched the newest Kaiju episode, but I am caught up with everything else at the moment.
I watched Kaiju. Well, Dress Up Darling's not out yet, so that one I haven't watched.
Oh yeah,
I
that one too.
it,
I haven't watched that.
it's probably out now, but Kaiju I watched right before this. Good episode, very Reno focused.
Yeah, because the
Definitely
last one ended off with like him kind of being selected to wield a weapon made from number 6.
yes. Um, so I won't spoil what happens, but like, don't expect any other characters because it's going to be Reno and his the Pompadour, his buddy, with the Pompadour rival character.
Oh yeah,
It's
It-
going to be them the entire episode. So
that's fine because we haven't had enough Reno this season anyway. To the point
this
where
is
we watched that last episode and Cindy was like, "Oh, I forgot that guy existed."
Well, yeah, because we've been really focusing heavily on Kafka and
Shinomiya and
Hikaru and everyone.
that new guy, the new guy with the gamer guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Mm.
Oh yeah, fucking he's like one of the best characters in the manga too. I'm so glad they
Narumi.
did Narumi. They did his character a lot of justice. I've read the manga up to this point already, so like I knew this was coming. I'm like, oh yeah, Reno's arc's coming up.
Mhm.
Kaiju's actually the series that I was talking about earlier. I'm like, there's with them. There's only so this was episode 7. So there's 4 more episodes. I'm sitting here thinking like they're not gonna be able to like there's still a good
Mhm.
amount of the series left. This has got to get a season 3. Like there
Is the manga done?
the manga is finished.
Oh wow, okay.
Which I sort of know how it ends, but I haven't spoiled myself 100%. I've heard it's a very Jujutsu Kaisen situation with the ending, where a lot of
Mhm.
fans were kind of like disappointed. So I'll wait and see on that. Apparently, from what I've heard is not a lot of questions get answered, which is kind of a thing with a lot of these series now.
Well, to be fair, a lot of people bitched about the Attack on Titan ending, and I personally don't understand why, because it's the only way the series could have ended, first of all.
That one wrapped up most of my
Like,
questions, in all honesty.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was no other way that series was gonna, there was no happy ending for Eren. Like, let's be real. It was not gonna
No,
happen.
there wasn't really a happy ending for anybody when you really think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Kaiju though, I'm loving the anime so far. Have you been watching to the end to see the freaking Hoshina clips at the end?
Hmm.
I loved not last week's, but like 2 weeks ago was like the one episode with Mina. And she like says one word, and I'm like, yep, that's about right.
Yeah. I love obviously not the one that just came out, the one from last week where we like learned that Hoshina and Narumi have like a rivalry.
Oh yeah, they've had one for.
And that's pretty great.
My favorite part is in that previous episode. In case anyone's wondering, the topic for this episode is we're just catching up on shit. So,
Yeah,
but
just shooting the shit, talk about random stuff.
for the last week's episode, one of the scene where they show the 4 main commanders of the divisions all at once. You get the one guy with his like bottle of like sake off to the
Yeah.
corner.
It's
They're like your
like
bottle of sake is
Saki's in the it's
in
in
the
the
picture.
camera. It's like
And he's like, oops.
oops.
I love that too because like they're all so fucking chaotic. Like, because Narumi is Narumi. The other one that's not really super developed yet. The I think the 4th division or 2nd division. The other
Mhm.
lady, she's just like a rageaholic. And then Mina gives no fucks like the entire time. She's just like, can we get on with this fucking shit? I got other stuff to do.
Well, I kind of feel like it's kind of in a similar vein to like say Chainsaw Man, where like in universe they're like, oh, the only people who survive at these jobs are the ones that screw loose. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right for a lot of these kinds of shows.
Yeah. Well, it's very it's very interesting right now because like reading ahead, like Mina has a big character thing coming up,
Oh, I'm
but
sure.
it's not for a while. So she's very much going to be background for most of this season.
Mhm.
Because we're about to get Hoshina's big, like Hoshina and Kafka are going to have a really sweet moment pretty soon.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff coming up that I can't wait till they animate. Although I don't think a lot of it's going to get animated this season.
Mhm.
Um,
But aside from kaiju, I personally, I don't know how you feel, but I'm like full in on Dandadan now.
yeah, season 2 fucking much better than season 1.
Yeah,
It's better paced. Season 1, the biggest problem I had with season 1 is the pacing was fucking. There was
all
none.
over the place. Yeah,
Like, because like I always joke saying like the first couple episodes, it's like okay, okay, that's I'm not sure, and then episode 7 is like this weird trauma dump out of nowhere, and it's like,
yeah.
and they don't acknowledge it again after, and I'm like, okay,
And we kind of get it like every now, like that kind of thing every now and then too. But like now, I feel like the show has a lot more direction than it did,
well
and
now
I think that
there's been
is
a
definitely to its benefit.
now they've had like a legitimate they have a more cast now. Like they've finished introducing everybody. I think season one's biggest problem was they ended it in such a fucking weird place.
Yeah, that really rubbed me the wrong way when they ended season 1 that way. Like, I was not a fan of that at all.
But season 2 has made up for it because I thought the first couple episodes were a little slow, but it's since it's been pretty consistent.
Pretty much ever since the evil eye got like brought into the fold, it was like when things really started moving in the right direction for me.
Yeah.
I mean, even like we got like the evil eye's backstory, like of how it became what it is, and then when it possesses Gigi, and at first it was just like, oh, okay, so they got to beat him, and then he'll figure out how to use the power, or whatever. But then it became like a multiple personality situation, and I'm kind of like way more into that than what I originally thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Gigi's definitely developed a lot. I like what's the main guy's name? I forget his name very easily.
Okaroon.
Yeah, Okaroon's also gotten development. I loved his most recent fight where he actually like
yeah,
metaphorically grew some balls because we know he's still missing one of those. But
although they got a lead on the second one,
yeah,
at the end of the last episode.
I also love how unsubtle Momo is. Like recently, I'm like, damn, like he is dense as fuck.
It's fucking refreshing though. It's super refreshing.
The most recent episode,
I'm tired of all the Kimi Tadouke shit. Like,
we'll get into that.
No
later,
offense.
But I love the one where she's just straight up rubbing her boobs on him, and he's like, "Okay, like what are you doing?"
Excuse you.
She's like, "Do you want a hug?" It's like, okay.
Yeah. It's
also the fucking alien, like the raging alien. When they were rebuilding the house, they're like, "He's very happy to be beaten up by a woman like you." It's like, no, I think he's just angry.
Oh, you mean Minecraft Steve?
Yeah, whatever that was.
Because that was definitely supposed to be like a Minecraft thing. And then he brought out a bunch of blocks, and he's just like, hey, we can make these blocks anything you want.
I love too when it's finally finished. He just fucking whips the fucking rock at the house, and they're like he said he's very grateful to help you, and they're like, no, I think he's just angry.
But like whatever the fuck that building block shit is, like like you make whatever you want out of it, and it'll just fix itself. I'm like, oh man, like that would be so nice.
It's just Play-Doh for adults. Like that's all it really was.
Pretty much, it was pretty wild. But like when it really started playing with the whole like, all right, so Gigi is just around now, and like he's got to avoid the hot or the cold water because it'll make him turn into the evil eye, and like well, first of all, there's a lot of fun shenanigans because of that. But then like once we got to a point where like they kind of had an understanding with him, like when Okaroon like kicked his ass, and it was like, all right, like, you know, fight me on the regular, and I'll just be good and not kill people. So now it's just like the evil eye's just in full like school uniform, walking around, fucking doing fucking random shit. Like, give me juice or I will butcher you. Like,
being a nuisance.
He sees people playing in the soccer in the field, and he's just like, mine.
They're like, oh, Gigi's joining the soccer team.
I don't know. I'm really, really loving where the story is going right now.
We got a fucking Dragon Force song out of it. Well, sort of. It was mostly just the singer, but
also I love how when like Okaroon was doing his training or whatever to get stronger, and like the whole like rhythm of battle became a big thing. It's just like, oh, pick a song with a faster pace and try to fight at that pace. He's like, I don't know music. He's like, wait, I know one song, that one Dragon Force song.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Don to Don's been much redeemed this season.
I don't know what the fuck was up with the random ass like music composer ghost thing that happened, but hey, it helped them out, so fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, there was worse things that we could have had. Speaking of things that have not held up, what the fuck is going on with the vending machine show now?
Dude, I can't even fucking begin to
like. So I thought it was finally turning the corner with that one episode where they were going through the dungeon. I'm like, oh, this feels fun. And then the next episode, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, do you want to join this devil cult? I'm like,
he's like, yeah, so this is our son. He's in a coma. He's always in pain. Also, these two guys who we've known from the beginning, they're also our kids. By the way, we're married and we're joining the like demon crew. We're gonna try to use him to fucking blah blah blah. And it's like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, we need your vending machine because that's the key to everything. I'm just like,
I want my whimsical friends back. What the
like,
fuck?
I'm just sitting there like, guys, this was funny when it was stupid. Now it's just stupid. Like,
And like in
oh
some ways, it was like that kind of turn would have been interesting if this is supposed to be that kind of show, but it's
yeah,
not, and that's what's throwing me off.
like I was like, wow, we're actually getting a cool like cast of characters here. Like, I like this dungeon party. This is fun. Oh, they all suck except for the foot guy somehow. Great.
Yeah, the
But
one
what?
guy that's still cool is the guy with the shoe fetish.
Yeah, I'm like, that's funny in an ironic sense, but not enough to make me like this. And then like the most recent episode was just like the most nothing burger of an episode. It's like, oh, we found some girl who can make food better than Boxo. Cool. Oh, and
Well,
Lamas or whatever's back.
well, there was like a whole thing where it's like, oh, she's from like a special race where like they used to like kill them and behead them, and that would turn them into statues. But if you like put somebody who's cursed next to the statue, it'll uncurse them. And they're like, "Oh, we gotta watch. This is a very convenient meeting to happen right after that last episode. Hopefully, that guy doesn't find out about it." Like,
Yep.
like I don't want to hate on it because I loved season one so much and like it had a lot of potential. But like,
I will
don't know
say
what the
though, retrospectively looking back at season one, season one takes a bit of a nosedive towards the end. Um, I feel like this was a show that really shouldn't have been. It should have been like an OVA or ONA at most. Like, it did not need to be this big grand adventure.
it should have been a one-off like the Dear Garbage show, which I also watched this week.
I still haven't got around to that. I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, it was. It sure was something.
That's what I've heard about it.
It is.
Yeah,
It's the most nothing kind of show, but still finds a way to be entertaining.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing that bugs me with the fucking vending machine, though. It's like it started out as a dumb isekai that was self-aware that it was dumb. Now it's like it's a dumb isekai that's just dumb.
Yeah, it's trying to like become a more serious show, and it's just not hitting at all.
It's trying to be that time I got reincarnated as a slime without like any of the development.
Mm,
Like, 'cause it took us
yeah.
3 seasons to get to where slime ended up. This is like
And
trying
like
to do
full length seasons, like full like 25 episode seasons, not like
yeah,
12 episodes.
plus a number of OVAs and a movie.
Mhm.
This is just straight up like 12 episodes. It's like suddenly we want to be this deeper thing, and I'm just like, it's a vending machine, guys. It's not.
Yeah.
There was a condom vending machine in one episode. We don't need serious war talks going on.
Yeah, it was
Right
a whole
now.
fucking. That was one of my favorite bits in the season one, though. It was just like, oh, Boxo, all these people have been moving in where we're starting to become overpopulated and disease is becoming an issue. Do you have any ideas? He just starts spitting out condoms. He's just like, what is this?
I love that it's just subtly like be fucking. It's like great.
Oh yeah, people do be fucking.
But the
Yeah.
point now where it comes to isekais, I'm basically like, if you're gonna do them like slime, where you actually build up to that, or you just do Konosuba and you just make it fucking stupid because it's like Konosuba is like the perfect anti isekai because it's literally like making fun of everything about isekais but doing it well.
Hmm. I mean, I like slime. I have my problems with slime, which are similar to my problems with Vending Machine, but Vending Machine is much more egregious about it because it was never supposed to be serious in the first place. Slime has had like the idea of like serious shit happening, but he's just so overpowered that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but at least like there's lore to it and like they've actually built
Yeah.
a world, like a functioning world. Like we actually saw that world get built up. This it just appears and you're like, oh, okay. And
Yeah.
like when they introduce like a side character, like they actually give them time to grow. Like that's my main thing. I mean, because I'm not a huge isekai fan in general. Like it's got to be a really good one for me to care. So
I know There are naysayers, but I still say that you would enjoy Sword Art Online.
Well, we're gonna get to it. It's on the docket. Just I have like other shows that are priority at the moment.
Yeah, I know you're on My Hero now, and then JoJo's is up. But
Yeah, and I have to watch Made in Abyss at some point too for Halloween.
mhm,
That one's not as long, thankfully, but
yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie, my Hero progress has been kind of slow recently, just because I started reading the Kimi ni Todoke manga, and it's taken over my life.
oh yeah,
I need to know what happens. There, they had a fight arc. There was a fight arc. It was,
was
it
that
was
that wasn't the season 3 thing, was it?
no. There's a legit fight that happens later on where they get into a fight. It's the most them fight you'll ever see because it's mostly both
God,
sides are like we're fighting, and then the other side's like why are we fighting? And it's like I don't know, but
oh
we're
God,
fighting.
Kimi ni Todoke.
I love it.
Like I liked the first season, and then it started pissing me off.
That's kind of why I like it because it's so real. It's fucking realistic. Like it's like oh yeah, teenagers are fucking awkward.
Well, I still say this. All right, if Kimi ni Todoke is supposed to be an accurate representation of like a real life relationships in Japan, it's a fucking miracle that the Japanese people haven't died out from lack of procreation.
To be fair, that is a problem over there because they have like all the needs and stuff that don't ever leave, and there is it actually might be more realistic than you think, to be honest.
Wild to me. Like even just like in the show, it's like, oh, like we're officially boyfriend and girlfriend, and like 9 months in, they're like, yeah, so we just had our first kiss. Like, what the fuck are you people doing? Like, don't start a relationship if you're not gonna have a relationship.
Well, they learn. Like there's a whole.
Learn
It's
by
been
doing, motherfucker.
their relationship is actually very interesting in the manga because it actually grows naturally. Um,
That's fair.
Also, the other girl and the blonde guy do not last very long.
No.
No, but the other two get together, so that's their because it was heavily implied.
Well, good, because that was the only couple I fucking cared about in that show. If I'm
I mean,
being totally
they're
real.
let's be real, they're even more fucking infuriating than Saw and Shota. Well, because they're at the point where everyone's literally doing the thing where they're like, just kiss already, and they're like, no, baseball,
Um,
ramen.
I think Kimi ni Todoke might just not be my flavor.
No, probably not. It is. I'm amazed I like it as much as I do. It's been a weird. I don't know. It's my inner soft side, I guess. I'm just like I have to know what happens.
That's fair. That's
They're
fair.
going to college pretty soon. I have like 2 volumes left. I need to get through that.
I watched another new show this week though.
Oh yeah.
I watched Mashal.
Alex has watched that.
It's Mashal, Magic and Muscles.
Yep.
It's literally a Harry Potter parody.
Okay.
Like they're not even trying to hide it. Like it's straight up Harry Potter.
So
But
like 50 chance I'll like it then. Okay.
Well, see, it's Harry Potter, but like the character who's like the Harry Potter character was born without magic, so he just works out. So instead of the boy who lives, he's the boy who lifts.
So he's Asta from Black Clover.
I guess I haven't watched Black Clover yet.
Well, Asta has no magic, but he has anti magic. It's a whole thing.
But he literally he's just his whole thing is my muscle big, my muscle strong. Like, but he's played by Alex Lee.
Nice.
And he is just like super like yay, like that kind of delivery with like 99% of his lines.
So
And
he's doing Alex Lee's thing, which is
and he
hilarious because
just
Alex Lee has fucking range, but like he's just
oh
kind of
yeah,
been typecast into that role.
but like I don't know, I unironically love Mashal. I think it's fucking hilarious. It's one of those like super self-aware like we are very much a parody show and we are going to continue to be a parody show. Like and it's very fun. It's a very fun show. It's like
Speaking,
two 12-episode seasons at the moment. There's going to be more, but
speaking of manga, the 13th volume of Full Leveling came out.
Yeah, I still gotta get my hands on it and read it.
I won't say what happens because I know you're gonna read it, but wasn't expecting where it was going. So I'm
Really?
curious.
There's
Yeah,
only 13 and 14 left, right? So I figured we'd just get right into the fucking nitty gritty after the way 12 left off.
they do. The resolution I was not expecting.
There's already resolution.
So from I'm assuming volume 14 is mostly like cleanup and like
Huh.
preparation for the sequel series.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I think of it yet. I because I did really enjoy it, but at the same time I was like, I'm like I don't know, like okay,
Was it just
wait,
more solo leveling, or
no, I don't want to say anything because it'll spoil it. I want you to get a genuine reaction. Let's
that's
just
fair.
say I was kind of like, because I know there's a sequel series and it goes somewhere. I was like, okay, but if this is where it ended, I would have been like, yeah. So let's just
Interesting.
I'll leave it at that. I also when you had called me earlier, I was actually in a Barnes and Noble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just out and about to get out of the house for a bit, and I like to check because you never know. Because Barnes and Noble and Newbury Comics, they don't give a shit about release dates, and I popped into Newbury and then Barnes and Noble, and I managed to find the new Kaiju volume, the new Kaiju B-sides volume, and the new Comey volume, which none of which are supposed to be out yet. So
All right.
I was like, oh, cool. Grab
Yeah,
these.
I'm at volume 10 of the Soul Leader Perfect Editions right now. So I got 6 more to go.
Hmm.
It's taking a little bit because I'm like, I don't know, being stubborn about it. I'm only using fetch rewards to buy like my mangas and stuff, which is it was fetch rewards and credit card rewards. So like usually I can order 2 or 3 at a time. But I haven't started reading it yet because I've kind of been like between because this podcast I listen to where they like review books and stuff. Um, and I'm partially reading one of those for the podcast, and I'm also partially still reading through Fruits Basket. I read the 4th collector's edition this week.
Nice. Where's the story at by then?
Uh, um, Haru was broken up with.
Rin.
Yeah. We
But she
got the
hasn't been
whole.
shown yet, I'm assuming, right?
Not technically. There was like a brief little like Momo visited her in the hospital real quick.
Oh yeah, she appears there very briefly.
Um what else? Yuki and Toru visited Ayame's shop. I don't know, there wasn't like a ton of like important stuff.
Isn't it interesting?
What's her face mentioned meeting Chicken Man, but we haven't actually seen him yet. So like we're still like we're like right on the cusp of like when shit starts really getting into the nitty gritty.
Isn't it very interesting, like reading it like manga wise, you realize just how like spot on the 2019 anime was, at least at the start.
Oh, and Monkey was introduced.
Ayaritsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shows up and then never shows up. Well, he shows up once, has an arc, and then background
Leaves.
for you.
Goodbye.
Because you are the most useless of the Zodiacs. You are a one note joke, and I'm gonna go put you over here now, and you can appear at the end.
Yep. Yeah, aside from that, I mean, there wasn't really like a ton of stuff. They went shopping for Toru's bathing suit. It was mostly slice of lifey shit.
That episode's great because that's like the most realistic thing, where it's the two dudes are just sitting in the corner, like, we don't want any part of this.
Why am I here? We've all been there. Why am I here? I don't want to be here.
I was like, whenever I was like, Alex, and she's like, I gotta go in there. I'm gonna sit on this bench. You do that. No part of it.
Oh yeah, and the shitty little kid got introduced.
Oh, Hero, yeah, Hero. I forget how much of a shithead he is in his first appearance.
Yeah, he's a total dick.
Fucking steals Toru's wallet for no fucking reason. It's like, what? She did
Yep.
nothing to you.
He's like, I'll be taking this.
And then Kyo just punches him in the head. He's like, give it back.
It's about right. But yeah.
Oh,
that's where I'm at with that.
we didn't talk about Sakamoto Days.
Right. I I don't know how the hell they're gonna fucking handle this because like him just being like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go join the fucking assassin school, even though I already graduated and I'm like a super famous guy in the circle of assassins. It's like I feel like he should be found out like instantly.
It's amazing how many of the assassins didn't realize he got fat. Like, and they're like, who's this guy?
Well, he did just kind of vanish off the face of the earth for like 5 years or however long it was.
We got introduced to like my favorite character in the series now, though.
Is it the girl?
I love Akira. She's so fucking. Why is she Canadian?
Like,
Like, why?
The actress might just be Canadian. I don't know.
She's not. I looked it up.
No?
Like, she's just like sorry, like in the Canadian way the whole time, and I'm like,
I don't know. I hear the stories and I just assume the actor's Canadian because
I know.
It happens a lot with anime.
So I looked up her actress because most, aside from Matt Mercer, most of the talent in this show is like, this is like their first anime role because Netflix does that a lot. Probably because the budget all went to Matt Mercer, which is hilarious because he says like maybe like 2 lines an episode. But I looked up the actor for Akira, and it was like some like girl who was born in Los Angeles, and I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well then,
they just made her Canadian for some reason.
Yes,
I love her though. She's so funny. She's just like trying to be super nice, and she's like, oh, the poor fat guy. He only got a pen. He killed everyone with a pen. What the fuck am I doing? I got a giant gun and I don't know how to use it. That arc has been entertaining. I'm like, I had to go back and reread the manga because I was like, I don't remember this being this fun.
Yeah, I wasn't really feeling the whole like, oh, the bad guys are storming the JAA or whatever, but like now that they're like, yeah, we're gonna go back to school because fuck it. Like, all right,
so
I'm kind of here with that.
That is the biggest problem with Sakamoto Days, the manga in particular. It is the most hot and cold manga I've ever read. Because like there'll be moments where it is like the best thing I've ever, and then there's other moments where it's just generic shonen bullshit.
Yeah,
but it's not. There's like no theme. Like it'll just like go up and down, up and down, up and down. Like it's completely random. Like the last volume we got was super throwaway. I was like, that was a waste of time. But then the most recent volume, I'm like, okay, this is going somewhere again. So it's an interesting series. I'm glad the anime has been helping a lot with making it come back to life, but there's going to be a few stinkers coming up.
So just by chance, I ended up watching The Suicide Squad yesterday.
That's the James Gunn one, right?
Yes.
I have not watched that.
No,
I think about it. No, I forgot it
really
existed. Good. It came out during COVID, and I forgot about it. I've heard it's great. Like, I mean, compared to the first one.
I mean, yeah. I don't hate the first one as much as a lot of people seem to. It's definitely not a great movie by any means, but
I didn't hate it. I just found it very. This exists. It exists.
It's one that you go and you watch if you just want some cheap laughs and some crazy fights.
It's one of those movies that gets worse every time you watch it, though, where you're like, oh, this isn't as good as it. Like in the theater, I was like, that wasn't bad. And then I watched it on video and I'm like, I don't remember this being this mediocre. And then I watch it now and I was like, we'll see.
It's possible that that's the case because I've only seen it once or twice, so maybe it's just one of those things where I haven't seen it enough.
Well, you watch it now that we've actually had good DC movies, and you're going to go, because you got to remember when that came out, we had Man of Steel, which is also a case of a movie that gets worse every time I watch it. Dawn of Justice, which that's a movie, all right. And I think this was the third movie. Yeah,
It's about right.
because I think Wonder Woman was right after it, and then Wonder Woman was like oh shit, they actually know how to make movies.
Hmm. Yeah,
And then they made Justice League, and then they went, no, they don't. They don't know how to make movies.
yeah, well, DC is very hit or miss. Although I
Well,
guess you could kind of say the same about Marvel at this point.
yeah, Marvel, Marvel. What's going on there? I heard Fantastic Four was good, but no one went to
Hmm.
see it.
It's about right. Everyone went to see Superman instead.
Superman was legitimately really good, though. Like that was
So
a
is this true? Is Crypto the super dog in that?
oh yeah, he's a major
That
character.
that's fucking awesome. I don't know if this is like I don't know if this is like a popular thing at all, but I used to love watching Crypto the Super Dog when I was a kid.
It was a good show.
Yeah, it's fun.
Crypto is in the movie. He's very important to the movie. He's a nuisance, but we love him for it.
It's awesome.
Um,
And I saw one little clip of like Crypto like jumping on Superman and like playing with him and shit. Like, and I was like, oh my god, if Crypto's in this movie, I have to see it as soon as possible.
it is available on digital now. I did see
Probably only to purchase though, which I'm not.
probably it at the moment.
I'll wait.
Um,
I'll wait.
I love that movie though. Like I joked saying I wanted to see a good Superman movie in our lifetime, and we've done it. We had a good
Mhm.
Superman. So
Yeah. It only took like however long since the second Superman movie.
yeah, because Man of Steel was okay when it came out, but it's gotten worse and worse as the years have gone on, which is not Cavill's fault. Cavill is not the problem with that movie.
No, Cavill's a great actor.
Cavill's a great actor who got fucking screwed, like in multiple different ways, like for multiple different projects.
That's why I really hope that he does end up becoming the new Wolverine because that would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't.
Like if fucking Hugh Jackman decides he's like done for real this time, I think Henry Cavill is the right choice.
Yeah, considering the amount of people didn't even realize that was him in that cameo.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know what's going on with Marvel sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently, like, I'm looking at their most recent films. Like, apparently, Thunderbolts was really good, but no one went
That's
to
what I
see it
hear.
because
Well,
no
I think
one.
that's the thing is just everyone just lost faith in superhero movies.
Well, they've been burned out with them entirely, and it's like you need something to get people interested. And like, Superman is such a character that like I don't think the world understands a lot of the time. So when they finally make a movie, it's like everyone's like, all right, we got to go see this. We have to understand. And it's like, oh, James Gunn is making it. That guy knows how to make movies. Oh, it's
Mm-hmm.
good. Hell yeah. Like that was kind of like the main reaction.
Well, you know what they should do in order to fucking like actually spark some interest and say, oh, people are gonna go see this. Take a character like fucking Static Shock and make a movie out of that.
Knowing
A
James
character
Gunn,
we haven't seen since like the 2000s.
um outside of comics, yeah. Yeah.
And Static
Yeah.
Shock was great. Like I fucking like I still say that that's like one of my favorite, if not the favorite of my for like the old school like DC shows.
The DC animated universe, yeah. And it was always
Yeah.
the weirdest one too, because it was so well, besides the Zeta Project, but no one really cares about the Zeta Project.
Hmm.
Um it was definitely the most like odd one because it had a much different vibe because it wasn't initially like it wasn't really in the universe, but then they decided, nah, it is.
Hmm. No, it's I don't know. That's one of those ones that I would love. Like fucking Static Shock, Rubber Band Man. Like I love the idea of it's just like, yeah, these are all just a bunch of random like yeah, the one good kid in the group who like comes from like a good loving family. And then just like all these fucking random ass street punks got powers.
It's
And
usually how it goes, yeah.
like I don't know, there weren't very many cartoons who were having episodes about like gun violence and shit.
Hmm. Yeah, the DCAU was so weird back in the day. Like it did so many things right.
Hmm. Yeah. for sure.
So we're about 50 minutes in. We should probably do the Darker Than Black segment.
Probably.
All right. So let's talk about our favorite untitled Darker Than Black segment.
Yes, yes.
All
So,
right.
The title of this week's episodes is that is not. Hold on. That is not the same title that I have here. Maybe that's the Japanese title. Hang on. What the fuck? Go back. It's a heart swaying on the water's surface.
Yes. And if you could tell by the water in the title, we're talking about what's her name this week? Yen, was it?
Yin. Or
Yin, yeah.
apparently, as we learn, her real name is Kiersey.
Yes. Yeah, so she finally gets to do something other than stand there and say hey every now and then.
Yes, stand in a puddle.
We also get to see the wonderful return of our favorite duo, the detective agency.
Yep. So yeah, the episode starts with a flashback of Yin or Kiersey getting a piano lesson before she became a doll.
So that was a flashback. Okay.
Yes.
The pacing the pacing in this episode was a little confusing, I will say.
Yeah, it keeps flashing between that flashback and like other flashbacks and like the main time, which is something we don't really see in this show very often, so that was definitely jarring. But yeah, she's getting this lesson and like she's going on about like the moon or something. Like she like just knew it was a full moon even though she wasn't looking. And like was all like weird about like, no, we got to keep the lights off because I like the moonlight. I don't know, but there's definitely some sexual tension between the piano teacher and her mom.
Yeah. It was so apparent. I didn't
weird.
notice. I was more just like trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. I was like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a weird one because like the main cast doesn't appear till like the end of like the first episode.
Well, I mean, we see them a little bit at the beginning, right after the flashback, because like there's a whole thing where like there's apparently a rival syndicate is after Hayes Group specifically because they kind of made a name for themselves, and so like our contractors for the week, who I love by the way, I love this particular pair. They're after Hayes Group because they got I don't know if they're specifically trying to get information or if they just want to kill them. I think at first they wanted information, but it wasn't a priority. But like we meet them and they're like meeting up, and the dude who played by Vic Mañana, by the way,
I noticed that.
Like he's like, hey, why'd you kill that guy? He's like, oh, he was spying on us. Whatever, who cares?
That's actually a weird.
Oh, go on.
That's actually a weird thought I had where I was like, you hear Vic in like older shows like this, and you're like, oh yeah, I recognize that voice anyway, and then it hits you, you're like, we haven't heard that voice in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's been like 6 years now, huh?
Yeah, it's been a while, and I don't think we're going to be hearing him again. And I think the last time we heard him was the Brawley movie.
Yeah, I think he might have had like 1 or 2 short roles after that, but
I think he was finishing
short-lived.
I think he was finishing out a few contracts, and then that was it.
But anyways, they're meeting up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got our targets, we got this and that." And we find out that the dude's power is that he can like, I guess, just like kind of absorb the specters that dolls send out. So he like takes a bunch of the specters that like the police agency send out, and grab them. And I guess like it creates like a link between him and the dolls, so he can like, well, he can track them, or he can like. He mentions it at one point, but I guess it can kind of like uncover like lost memories that the doll has, which comes into play later. Because after he takes all those specters, he looks and he sees a specter on the water, and wonder whose that is. But he takes that one, and then Yin just kind of like collapses in the alleyway that she likes to stand in puddles in.
Yeah.
And I was wrong, by the way. The last time we did this, we did have these episodes have the first opening still.
Yeah, I noticed that because I heard. I'm like, oh, cool, we're still having fun.
Well, this is the last ones because I did check. The next one switches it.
Okay. Is the second intro as much of a banger as the first intro?
I didn't listen to it fully. I was just checking to see if it was switched. I don't think it's a bad intro, but I still, from memory at least, I prefer the first one.
Okay.
But yeah, so Yid collapses. It's like a big thing, like, oh, we can't find her, whatever. And fucking the piano teacher is in Guy Kurosawa, our favorite detective's office, because he saw a picture of her in her tobacco stand. And he's been trying to find her apparently ever since the gates appeared. And yeah, he hires Guy and his assistant to find her.
His assistant.
Yeah.
Let's face it, she is useless.
I mean, she was the one who found her.
I know, that was completely by luck. That's kind of just like that's like her MO. She's just doing something unrelated, and it's like, oh, this thing that, oh yeah, right, that.
We did see the return of Coffee Restaurant this episode, though.
We did. Also, I loved her friend, because I got one look at her friend and went, my God, her back.
Yeah, right?
I was like, Jesus Christ, that poor girl.
Yeah.
Like,
which, I don't know if it was referenced, but I'm pretty sure she works with the police.
Oh, does she?
Like, she works... I think it's like the friend who grew up with the police chief. Like, she works with her.
Gotcha.
Because that actually, I think we'll see her again in the next episode. Because we were gonna do like the one-off episode next week. But yeah, so fucking what's her name? The assistant lady finds her, and they're like having a conversation in Coffee Restaurant. And like this whole thing, like, oh, you look better if you smiled, and she like,
oh yeah, just
reaches over and she like lifts up her cheeks as she's smiling.
It's the most like forced looking thing too, and I'm like, it is
well,
like
I like the full circle bit at the end with that, but yeah, it was like a whole thing where like they meet her and she's like, out of it, like more so than usual at least. And freaking the assistant chick gets up to call a guy and tell him that she found her. And the friend goes to order coffee. None of them thought it was a good idea to stay with her because she almost immediately dips because she sees her specter. And apparently that's a thing where like when I'm just gonna call him Vic because I don't remember his name. When Vic steals specters, apparently like if he sends it back out, like it leads the dolls, like the dolls feel like compelled to go to it. So he's like leading her away, and they end up in like an abandoned alley. Oh, by the way, when the assistant chick was talking on the phone, there's just a straight up Pizza Hut across the street.
Yes.
I don't know if you noticed that, but
yeah,
it wasn't even one of those. It wasn't even one of those anime things where they're like, "Oh, this is Whack Donald's" or anything. No, it was just straight up Pizza Hut. Like, but yeah, like they go into the alley and the two contractors are there. We see that the other one, the lady of the two, her power is that she sings real hard.
She's basically Black Canary, but an opera singer and not a badass like fighter.
Basically, the way it works is like she can like match the vibration of objects, and when when you create that like matching vibration, it creates a resonance and essentially breaks down whatever object it is. So she's doing that and like pretty much causes the building to collapse.
We also
And
find
like
out
hey,
her. Oh, go on. I'll go on.
I was just gonna say hey like kind of pops up and they're fighting and he's like about to take out Vic and then the chick like does the thing, makes the building fall, and he ends up saving Yin even though we didn't mention it before, but we were pretty much told like yeah we just gotta kill her because we can't let information get out.
Yeah, we find out that the main group is kind of dysfunctional. Like they really don't get along.
Well, it's mostly Huang. Huang's the dick out of the group, and
Yeah.
he's the one who's kind of. Although, like, you definitely see some like sparks of like.
Oh yeah, he has humanity for like a brief moment in this episode.
Yeah, because he sees her cry, he's like, "Damn it, doll's not supposed to cry."
But with going back to the opera singer lady, he has by far the most like what the fuck repulsive like price ever.
Well, it is, but it's also like more repulsive by choice.
Yeah, like that. Well, at first I was like, that is fucking disgusting. Because her price initially is she has to eat cigarettes and then hack them up.
Yeah.
But then we find out later, oh, it doesn't have to be cigarettes. I just do this by choice. I'm like, I'm just like.
Well, she tells the story, which this. This leads into something, which I'll get into in a second. But she tells this whole story at one point when her and her partner are like on their way to go and like get Yin. But like apparently she had a daughter, and when her daughter was very very young, she had gotten a hold of one of her packs of cigarettes and ate a bunch of them and choked to death on them. And I guess she like literally was just crying and grieving until the gates appeared, and then she became a contractor, and that kind of, got her out of that state. But like the fact that she went out of her way to like this is the only thing I'm going to eat for my contract payment tells me that either A, the whole idea of contractors being like, oh, I only care about myself, fuck everybody else, is bullshit, or they are evolving. One of the two. Because if that was really the case, then there's no way she would go out of her way to fucking eat and puke up cigarettes every time.
Yeah, because I was like, God damn it, what? Because every episode we always harp on the whole. These prices are fucking wacky. Like they make no sense sometimes.
And then you got Vic over there, who's just, oh, I have to write poetry.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's like cool. That's up with it's up there with the girl that sings. Like, okay, cool.
On the subject of his though, like I'm wondering how that works, because after he takes Yin Spectre and we see him paying the price later on, like the poem, I don't remember it verbatim, but like the poem seemed to be referencing the flashback we got at the beginning of the episode. So I'm wondering if like that little like link that he makes with the dolls, like, and the access to like the memories, like the little flashes of memory, is what he's writing about.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like I think this pair are extremely interesting characters, and I'm really sad that they're both dead by the end of this.
Well, that's like a weird thing in these episodes, is like either the significant spotlight characters die at the end, or they just disappear and we never see them again. With the exception of Guy Kurosawa, of course. Yeah, because he's the true hero of the story. Let's be real. Because there's even the part where like he recognizes Hay from the alleyway. Yeah.
And like at one point they bump into each other again, and he's like freaking out on Hay, and like he like actually gets like super deep for a minute.
Yeah.
Which is like really weird to see from him of all people.
Is it weird to me that like, oh yeah, I should say the detectives they live too, but they're kind of important.
Yeah.
I will say though, like the way I've kind of seen Guy Kurosawa so far in this show is like, it's almost like he's from a different show, and he's just kind of been shoved into this wacky world, and he's just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? like
they're obviously very different characters, but like in some ways, it kind of makes me feel like an Isaac and Miria situation.
Yeah, kinda. Although one is in this case, one of the pair, one is clearly more confident than the other. Isaac and Miria, they were just both incompetent but awesome at the same time.
They were incompetent, but also got shit done,
They were
accidentally.
they were the definition of failing upward. Like, let's be real.
Like Jacuzzi only lived by the end of that whole train arc because they were just fucking off the whole time.
Oh yeah, like they straight up fail at everything, but somehow it gets them to the top, and it's like, okay, sure.
Yep. They they accidentally became immortal and didn't realize it for like 70 years.
Yeah, they're like, it's weird how we're not getting older. Oh well.
Yeah, right? It's super bizarre, but I also love it.
They were the spirit of that show, let's be real.
For real.
But going back to a guy and a cosplay girl, because I can't remember her name for the life of me.
Hang on. I actually have a summary of the episode right here. What the fuck is her name? Because I cannot for the life of me remember what her name is. It is... Kiko.
I don't know. I think part of me too. I kind of get the vibe. You know, part reason why I really like Guy and Kiko, because I get Phoenix Wright and Maya Fey vibes from them.
Fair. I haven't played any Phoenix Wright, so I wouldn't know.
If you play an Ace Attorney 1, you'll understand what I mean. Right away, because it's like you got the bumbling detective, who is like trying his best, but he kind of sucks. But he managed to get shit done anyways, like no matter what. And then you got his quirky assistant, who's kind of there for comic relief for the most part.
Also, I love the train scene.
Oh yeah, where he's like, he's like, "You're not gonna drink all of that, are you?" She's like, "Yeah." What are you gonna do?
Yeah, she's got like a huge fucking like mound of beer in her arms, and he's like, "You're not gonna drink all that. You're gonna get drunk." And she's like, "It's fine, dude. If I get plastered, I'll just sleep it off."
Yeah, she's so unconcerned.
Which we do learn that's exactly what happens, because
I love that
at one
scene.
point she's just passed out with an open beer in her hand.
Yep. And then the guy's biggest mistake is when he walks away there, leaving her with Yin just sleeping there, and he comes back. He's like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "Buddy, she was asleep. This is on you."
Yeah. Like, you knew she was drinking. Like, what'd you expect? I don't know how old she's supposed to be, but
I think it was like she's an adult, but like barely. I think that was the implication we got. She's one of those adult cosplayers. That's kind
what's
of
the drinking age in Japan? Do you know?
So reading Kimi ni Todoke, apparently it's 20. Because that's a plot point.
Huh. Okay.
But it might be different now. I have no idea. Let me look it up.
Wait.
Let's confirm this. I need to know now. Drinking. I love how you type drinking age in and you get a shitload of different automatic countries. 20. So it's she's got to be at least 20.
Fair enough. So yes, there's like a whole bit. Oh yeah, there was like a whole like falling out scene where after Hay saved Ian in the alleyway, Hay, Huang, and Mao are all like having a conversation, and like Huang's pissed that he didn't just kill her, and it was like a whole thing where like Hay calls him a coward and all this other shit, and like he did not take to that very well.
Well, it's very interesting because like he's just like losing his shit, and then Hay just doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, yeah.
Mao's just off in the corner being a cat. He's just like, yeah, but why didn't you kill her? He's just like, because I didn't. Like, could we get like a brief little like flash to when she like, I guess helped him out when he was in the gate when the whole Nick thing with the cartoon rocket happened?
Yeah.
So I guess that does confirm that her finding him with her Spectre in that scene was the reason he was able to get away.
I get the vibe there's more to Hay than meets the eye, and I'm assuming there's we're gonna learn more about him in the future.
Yeah. Um. But
Wait,
yeah.
we
So
also we get to see Hay brutally like basically metaphorically choke out two people in this episode.
yeah. He also just kind of like tases people because that's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
something
like
he would do.
he basically did like choke them out, but like just tased them, not to death, just because he does it to Guy, but doesn't kill Guy because he's important.
He also does it to the piano teacher at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like so like when they're on the train and like she sees her specter again and she's like it was off screen, but apparently she told the piano teacher like, hey, I'm being targeted, I'm being followed, and they bail, they leave the train and go and they find like I think it was like an abandoned school,
Yeah,
which apparently Japan just has a lot of because I always see them in anime.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know, with the limited space they have, you think they would fucking tear these schools down and fucking do something with the space, but whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an abandoned school, but they go there to like hide from the rain or whatever. And oh yeah, there was one part where when the two contractor people were like driving down, there was like a roadblock situation, and the lady used her power to make a guy's heart vibrate and fucking just like explode.
Yeah, that was a bit gruesome. I was like, okay.
And then she does it to Hay later, but Hay like fucking like defibrillates himself.
Yeah, because he's just got electric powers. He's like, I can do anything.
Pretty much. He's like he defibrillates himself, and she's just like, haha, I got him. And then he fucking just fucking wraps the wire around her neck and zaps her.
Yeah. And then we get the scene at the end where like it's like that weird scene where he's like, I got the shot, and then she just starts crying, and he's like, fuck.
Yeah, he's like, well, I can't do it now.
And then we get that scene at the bar scene.
Bar scene. Oh yeah. Well, we should backtrack a little bit because we get a little bit more into the weeds of Yin's backstory, where like, because when she's in the school with the piano teacher, they find a piano. She starts playing because apparently she remembers how to play the piano, and like it sparks a bunch of memories, and she remembers like her mom getting the phone call that her dad died in a plane crash of all things, and she like obviously like the mom is like distraught or whatever. They have the funeral, and then like they're back at the house afterwards, and her mom's like upset and crying. The piano teacher's just there for some reason, and like they're kind of like having a moment, like it looks like they might kiss in a minute, but then like they hear the door open and Yin had run off, or I guess Kiersey at this point had run off, and the mom's chasing after her, and then fucking Yin almost gets hit by a truck, and her mom pushes her out of the way, and then she gets hit by the truck. So now.
And then she goes on to star in some isekai somewhere.
Now she's an orphan.
Yeah. The mom's in an isekai, because that's just what
But like,
happens.
yeah. But like now that, and this is one of those things that like really kind of like makes you question what's going on here, because like we're led to believe that contractors only care about themselves and dolls have no emotion, but we have that moment where Yin is like, it's my fault, my mom is dead. Like she has like that whole moment, and then she has the moment of choice later on of like, do I go and live a quiet life with my piano teacher, or do I, go back with Hay and that group and, keep doing my syndicate work? I feel like syndicate is just like a hot word that they use in anime. It's just like, hey, you gotta work for somebody. It's the syndicate. We'll call it the syndicate. Because they do the same thing in fucking Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a syndicate.
Syndicate or like
what it is.
Organization, or just like some weird like buzzword.
Yeah, pretty much. They just pick like a random like buzzword for like an off the books organization. It's just like, okay. But yeah, then they have the whole thing with the two contractors that show up, and Hey zaps one of them. I think Huang shoots the other one, and they're both just laying dying. And, like they have that kind of that moment there where fucking all the different specters come out of Vic, and
Yes.
he's like, and it kind of like moves Yin in a way. Like she starts crying because she like it looks like moonlight, and it makes you remember that night with the full moon. And then Vic gives one last poem, and what's her face, the opera singer lady, is just like, yeah, that one was actually pretty good, and then they just die.
Yeah, it's very anticlimactic. You're like, oh,
it will.
Or-
That's the thing with like the action scenes is like, it's not like a super like extra like heavy actiony show. Like it has its action scenes and they are intense when they happen, but like in the grand scheme of things, they're not like epic fights. You know?
no, well, especially because like we know with like our main guy, like with Hey, like his powers are kind of like we get him now, and it's like okay, well, we know where this is gonna go.
It's much more realistic in that way, and I appreciate it for what this show is.
It's just funny though how like it's like, oh, we got interesting character. Oh, they're dead. Okay, and you move on.
Yeah, it's okay because Troy Baker and Storm are still out there, so they're still doing stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, the bar scene that you mentioned before.
Well, it's a very interesting scene because you got Juan at the bar, and it's like you have that realization where it's like, yep, he didn't kill her. And this other guy shows up, and it's essentially one of the other people from the syndicate, and they're basically just like, he's like, don't worry, the syndicate's happy with how things turned out, so you're safe this time.
Yeah, no information came out, because if it had, then that drink you just finished would have been your last. But
yeah,
don't worry, it's fine. Just don't fuck up again.
Yeah. He's like,
and then Huang's like, yeah, whatever, bitch. And he's like, oh, yeah, send your doll back. We'll fix her. He's like, no, I just figured out how this one works.
Yeah,
which is like, basically his like gruff and tough way of being like, no, I like her how she is. Don't fuck with her.
Yeah, he's basically like, he's like, we figured this one out. We don't need it to be changed.
Mm-hmm. And then Huang leaves, and who does he pass on the street? But green-haired baseball chick.
Yeah. I was like, I saw her and I'm like, oh, right. Her.
Yeah.
I'm sure that will be important later.
So we're not jumping straight into the next pair of episodes next time. We're going to watch we're technically watching episode 26 next week.
Okay.
Just that one, because it's like a one-off.
And it kind of it's like one of those, it dubiously kind of is in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, it takes place like right around here. Honestly, like, because I think Yin meeting Hiko, is that her name? I forgot already.
Yeah.
Assistant chick. Her meeting assistant chick was the big inciting incident that we needed to watch this one episode, because I believe they're friends at this point.
That would make sense.
But in the next like official episodes was when we'd start getting into green hair chick.
So is this
also
the episode is called Beneath Cherry Blossoms in Full Bloom?
Thanks. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I was trying to figure out what it was listed on my tracking app. It's technically a separate thing, so I can technically make it an extra edition on my list if I want.
Yeah, fuck it. If you do, I will.
That's the best part about our list. We can do whatever the fuck we want. All right, so I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, this one's an interesting development, we'll say.
But we after that OVA episode, we will not only be getting more. We'll be learning more about green-haired chick, but Troy Baker and Storm will also be returning.
Nice. But yeah, that was the untitled Darker Than Black segment for this week. We did it at the end of the episode instead of the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're about an hour and 20. I think we've covered pretty much everything we had going on recently.
Yeah, I'm sure we could go on just shooting the shit for a while, but
yeah. but I don't want it to get too rambly. So next week, I'm assuming we're gonna hold our original idea off until we can get around to it.
Mhm.
Okay.
The idea is I want Cindy to be a part of that because she got super into it, and
okay.
I want to get her take on it. So
Sounds good. So we'll save next week's episode. Well, the proposed episode we're going to do this week that we had to push off. We're going to keep that on the back burner for a bit, and we're going to do Red versus Blue season 2 next week.
yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So we'll be doing that next week, and we're getting closer and closer to episode 100. So,
Which we've already got all the pieces in place for. It's just a matter of timing.
yep. So we'll figure that one out once we get to it. But yeah, I guess now, anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us on Geek Addicts. You can find Geek Addicts on all the major podcasting platforms, particularly Apple Podcast and Spotify. And be sure to check us out over on the Superpod Network, superpodnetwork.com. Awesome site where you can find all sorts of different shows, videos, blogs, a whole bunch of stuff. Just wrapped up the Bubsy Marathon. Hooray. That was fun. Said no one. And this week, Thrak is torturing us with FMV games, which isn't actually torture. Some of these are actually kind of fun. But yeah, looking forward to more Game Club shenanigans.
I think one of them is already pretty much like definitely. I forget which one it was, but
it was tied last I checked. I don't know if we had a.
I looked earlier today and it looked like 5 people all dumped in the same one.
Let me double check. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, great. It's the one I have the least amount of interest in. But I get why, because it's the Mimi one. Yeah, we'll leave that as it is. But anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all next time.
Have a good one.